In a small town in southern Finland, an entire municipal heating system runs on a silo full of sand. Not gas, not oil, a pile of sand heated to 600 degrees Celsius by cheap overnight electricity that releases its heat slowly into every home for weeks at a time. The fuel cost is functionally zero. The technology is 2,000 years old. And the American Gas Association, a trade lobby representing $120 billion in annual member revenue, has spent 40 years making sure you never built one in your basement. The home version costs under $500 in materials. It cuts your heating bill by approximately 80%. The Finnish town is called Pornanen. The company is Polar Night Energy. The full plans are public. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly why your local utility never told you. But before the how, you need to see what they took from you. Look at your last heating bill. The average North American household spends between $1,200 and $2,400 per year on residential heating. Over 30 years, that is $60,000 paid to a single utility for a service that a heated rock can deliver passively for almost nothing. Look at what is happening to that bill right now. United States residential natural gas prices have risen approximately 40% since 2020. Heating oil has nearly doubled in the same period. Every winter, an estimated 33 million American households cut back on food, medicine, or other essentials to pay for heat. The Energy Information Administration publishes those numbers. The figure has not improved in 20 years. This is not a technology problem. The technology to eliminate that bill has existed since the Roman Empire. It has been mass-produced in Scandinavia for 400 years. It has been published in open-source plans by American engineers for 40 years. So what changed? And who decided you would pay $60,000 for a problem a rock could solve? The physics is undergraduate-level mechanical engineering. Sand stores approximately 200 kilowatt-hours of thermal energy per cubic meter when heated to 600 degrees Celsius. That is enough stored heat to warm an average North American home for 48 to 72 hours from a single overnight charge. The system has 4 parts: an insulated container, a steel drum, a brick enclosure or a concrete vault, a dense thermal mass core inside it, sand, crushed stone or soapstone, an electric resistance heating element embedded in the core, identical to the kind used in standard electric water heaters, a small heat exchanger to extract the stored thermal energy on demand. The container is wrapped in high-temperature mineral wool insulation, rated for at least 800 degrees Celsius. The heating element runs on a programmable timer set to draw power only during off-peak hours, typically between 1 and 5 in the morning, when electricity rates fall to roughly a third of daytime pricing across most North American grids. You charge the rock at 3 a.m. for 3 cents per kilowatt hour. You discharge it at 6 p.m. when grid demand peaks at 15 cents per kilowatt hour. The utility's entire revenue model assumes you consume electricity at the moment you need heat. Thermal mass breaks that assumption completely. The Romans figured this out in the 2nd century. They called it the hypocaust. And every American Gas Association lobbyist has known about it for 40 years. The American Gas Association represents over 200 natural gas utilities across the United States. Combined annual revenue, over $120 billion. Their membership includes Atmos Energy, Southern Company, NiSource, and every major investor-owned gas utility serving residential customers in North America. Their business model has one critical assumption: that you keep buying gas every month, forever, metered continuously. The moment a household installs a thermal mass system charged from cheap off-peak electricity, that household stops being a customer. In 2018, the American Gas Association spent approximately $12 million on federal lobbying. Their congressional disclosure filings are public record. A significant portion of that lobbying was directed at one specific outcome: blocking municipal building electrification mandates that would phase out residential gas connections. They have funded opposition campaigns against electrification in over 30 United States cities since 2019. The current Environmental Protection Agency emission certification process for residential heating appliances costs an estimated $60,000 to $100,000 per design. A small-scale builder of a sand battery or rocket mass heater cannot afford it. A multinational gas appliance manufacturer can. The result is that you can legally install a $4,000 gas furnace that bills you every month. But you cannot legally install a $400 thermal mass heater that does the same job for nothing. That regulatory wall was not built to protect you. It was built to protect their customer base. So, what does the technology actually look like when nobody's allowed to lobby it out of your hands? In Pornanen, Finland, the sand battery went operational in 2025. A 7-meter insulated steel silo, tons of sand inside, resistance heating elements charged from off-peak grid electricity and surplus wind power. The unit covers approximately 100% of the town's district heating demand through the warm months and roughly one-third of demand through the Finnish winter. Polar Night Energy was founded by two Finnish engineers in 2018. The company's full technical specification is public. Their patents cover specific industrial scale optimizations, none of the underlying physics. Anyone with basic fabrication skills can build a residential scale version. In Finland and Sweden, the soapstone masonry stove, the kakelon, has heated homes for over 400 years. A small, hot, fast fire burns for 90 minutes. The soapstone absorbs every calorie of combustion heat. The stone then radiates that heat at a stable temperature for the next 18 to 24 hours. Documented Finnish field data shows fuel consumption at approximately 1/5 the volume of a conventional North American open fireplace heating equivalent square footage. In the late 1970s, American engineer Ianto Evans published designs for the rocket mass heater, a small combustion chamber feeding a long stone or cob bench. Independent field testing across the United States and Europe documented 80 to 90% fuel reductions versus conventional wood stoves. Evans gave the plans away free. Once I understood what Pornainen had actually proven, the home-scale version became almost embarrassingly simple. Here's the build, in order exactly as documented by independent European builders and confirmed by Polar Night Energy's own technical sheets. First, the container. A standard 55-gallon steel drum costs $40 at any industrial supply yard. For a larger installation, a brick enclosure built to the dimensions of a kitchen island costs roughly $200 in materials. The container needs to handle 600 degrees Celsius without structural failure. Bare steel does this comfortably. Second, the thermal mass. Sand from any construction supply costs approximately $10 per bag. Soapstone offcuts from a countertop fabricator can often be sourced for free. Crushed granite works, brick rubble works. The denser the material, the higher the energy storage per cubic meter. Fill the container completely. Third, the heating element. A standard 4,000 watt electric water heater element costs $30 at any plumbing supply store. Embed it in the thermal mass core during fill. Wire it to a programmable timer, $40 at a hardware store, set to engage only between 1 and 5 in the morning when off-peak rates apply. Fourth, the insulation. High temperature mineral wool rated for 800 degrees Celsius costs approximately $200 for enough to wrap a residential scale unit. Wrap the entire container. Fifth, the heat exchanger. A simple copper coil running through the thermal mass, connected to a small fan or pump, pulls the stored heat into your living space on demand. Total bill of materials, under $500. But the build is not the part that changes your life. The bill that does not arrive next month, that is the part. Here is what nobody on the American Gas Association's lobbying payroll wants to math out for you. A standard residential heating bill of $2,000 per year, eliminated, returns 400% on a $500 investment in the first 12 months. Every subsequent year is pure return. Over the 30-year operational life of the thermal mass, which is essentially the lifetime of the rock, that single weekend build returns approximately $60,000 in avoided utility payments. Multiply that by every house on your street. Multiply by every neighborhood. The American Gas Association's $120 billion revenue model collapses the moment thermal mass becomes culturally normal in North American residential construction. That is why it is not. The Finnish government did not stop them. The Finnish government built municipal infrastructure around it. The Swiss commercialized it through the EAWAG Aquatic Research Institute. The Japanese subsidize it through prefecture-level homeowner programs. Every advanced economy in the world that did not have a North American gas lobby has integrated thermal mass storage into mainstream heating policy. The only thing standing between you and a free heating system is a regulatory wall built to protect monthly billing. That wall has a price, and someone has been paying it for 40 years. You now know what $120 billion in annual residential heating revenue depends on you not knowing. The Romans built it from stone. The Finns built it from sand. The Americans gave the plans away free in 1979. The technology has never been hidden. It has only been made commercially inconvenient through certification regimes designed to protect the manufacturers who can afford the certification. Every share of this video puts a working 2,000-year-old solution in front of someone who is currently writing a $400 gas bill. The math has not changed in 2 millennia. The rock still works. The sand still works. The only thing that changed was who profits from you not knowing. In the year 200, the Roman engineer Sergius Orata was credited by Pliny the Elder with perfecting the hypocaust, the first commercial thermal mass heating system in recorded human history. Roman bathhouses across 3 continents ran on it. Empires fell, languages died, the buildings collapsed, the physics did not. A pile of heated stone is still doing the same job today in a Finnish silo that it did under a Roman floor 2,000 years ago. The rock outlasted the empire. It will outlast the gas company too. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.